Oh my god. Hey guys, and welcome back. Or if it's your first time watching, just welcome. Hope you'll consider staying. So last week I posted a video talking about working at a candy store, and some of you watched it, but it did say that I was going to talk about working at Forever 21. And I would just like to start off by saying that just because I had a bad experience working there doesn't mean everyone will. So if you're considering working there, go for it. And I really think it was just my store that made my working there difficult. There's certain people that just shop there, okay? So if you want to work at a Forever 21, go for it. It's hot in here. I would turn on my fan, but it makes noise. So I'm going to talk about the main reasons why I left. I'm not really going to get into detail about the company itself because honestly, I still shop there and I'm not trying to get them out of business. So I'm just going to talk about the customers because I don't care what they have to say. The number one thing that people would do that would annoy me to no end was leaving the clothes everywhere. I mean everywhere. Next to the mannequins, next to the windows, on top of a rack, on a table, in a box, on the floor. Let me tell you something. I get it. We're all lazy. If I picked out a shirt from downstairs and I'm already upstairs, I'm not about to go back downstairs just to put it back, okay? That being said, what you should do is give it to a worker and say, I don't want this anymore, so they can go put it back later because they already have a million things to do. The thing that annoyed me the most was people that wouldn't pick up the clothes that they dropped. Now, I get it. Sometimes the racks are pretty full, and if you just bump into it, it'll fall off. It is not that difficult for you to just bend down and pick it up and put it on the rack. What is so hard about that? Like, come on, people. It's not that difficult just to bend down and pick it up. It's not. And don't get me started on the people who would try to get clothes off the tables and try to go for on like the very bottom of the stack and end up pushing the rest of the clothes onto the floor through the back. Why? There are workers there to help you for a reason. Like, come on. I'm getting way too emotional about this. But that's the thing that really annoyed me, was just leaving clothes everywhere, because we have to sort through that later in the night. And that's why sometimes, even though we close the mall at 9, we don't end up leaving till 1 because we got to pick up all these clothes, pick up the clothes off the table, sort them where they have to go, and then put them back. Do you want to do that? I don't. The next thing was the dressing room. And my god, the amount of times I got angry and wanted to bash my skull in working in the dressing room. Now, oddly enough, working in the dressing room was actually my favorite position. I'd rather be in the dressing room than on the floor where the more savage are. On a slow day. On a busy day, that's a different story. So my camera died on me. It's okay, we fixed it. What was I talking about? The dressing room. So when you're in the fitting room, there are very simple rules that everyone has to follow. You can only have 6 items, bring me back what you don't want, and only one person can be in the stall at one time. And you'll be surprised how many people actually broke those rules, and how often. And the people who did it the most were teenagers.
I just love teenagers.
I remember I was coming in for a shift, and I was changing with my coworker, so I would be in the fitting room. And these 2 girls came out, and knowing middle schoolers, they always had more than 6 items on them. And I saw that they only had 1 item on them, so I told them, hey, any clothes you don't want, just bring them back to me. And they're like, oh, we did. I'ma call you bluff. So of course, when I go in there to check, all of the clothes and hangers on the floor. And ooh, Why is it so hard just for you to go back, pick it up, and bring it to me? I'm not even asking you to put it on the hangers. I'm just telling you to bring it to me. These little girls, ooh. And then they had the gall to take the one item that they decided to take and just leave it on the counter because apparently they didn't want it. Parents, I implore you, please don't let your children come unattended to the mall because they are the most annoying when you are not there. Anywho. But yeah, my biggest problem with the dressing room is that people would just not listen to the rules. I'll tell them, if you don't want it, just bring it back to me. But it's like it goes in one ear and comes out the other because of course they'll leave their hangers out, they'll leave their clothes on the floor. And I appreciate the ones who did listen, but the majority of times, they wouldn't. I don't want to keep blabbing on for too long because there's a million thoughts going in my head and it's just triggering me so badly. So the bottom line is working at Forever 21 was really difficult for mostly the customers, but it's also a combination of you never really know when you'd be working, for how long you'd be working, and whenever it got busy, people were just savages, especially when there were sales. So I got really tired of coming home at 1 to 2 o'clock in the morning because I had to constantly clean up, and then it wasn't even finished cleaning. We still had a bunch of more clothes to put away. So if you're gonna go shop at a store, I implore you, please just put back the clothes if you're right there. It's not that difficult. And if you're too far away from where you picked it up, just give it to the workers. That's their job. That's what they have to do. Just please, just try to be a decent human being and just make their job less strenuous. I actually went back a couple times and oh boy, do I feel sorry for my coworkers. And that's basically all I got for this video. So if you liked it, make sure you click the like button because I would like to know that you liked it, because if not,
I'm sorry.
and if you'd like to see more videos from me, well, maybe you'd like to hit that subscribe button. I mean, you don't have to, but it would be nice. I'd appreciate it. That's pretty much all the work stories I have. I haven't really been working in too many places. Yeah, so hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!